Hello everyone and welcome back. I am just on my way back to the farm at the moment, and I thought I'd stop and have a look at our lovely grass field full of wrapped bales. They're not ready to sell yet, or at least they shouldn't be, but they will be in a few episodes, I'm sure. Now what I'm doing, I have here a tank of herbicide, a tank of fertilizer, and a very small sprayer. The reason I've bought a very small sprayer is because we've only got one field that actually needs to be sprayed, and that is the cornfield. The soybeans do not need it at all, so we're not going to waste time spraying them. They may have weeds in there, but I think if there's weeds, we're just going to let them grow. That field is substantially bigger than the cornfield, so doing it with this sprayer, we've got a problem basically. If we use a big sprayer, then it makes the soybean field easy to manage, but it makes it really difficult to manage the cornfield because it's so small. So I've had to get a small sprayer because the cornfield is the main target, and that means that doing the soybeans would be a very long job, especially because this guy's only got a capacity of 300 litres, so that's quite low. But we are almost here. The crops have begun to grow, which is why I know there's weeds in there. And today's episode is going to be a little less busy than last episode. There's going to be a lot of jobs, a lot of different things I want to do. Oh, we're skidding out when we were driving slowly. Oh no. Are we playing this game again? Yeah, there we go. Why is he leaning so far back? And what on earth is happening here? I really do not know. Let's just move. Come on, guy. Let's go. It's leaning really far back. So, there's a couple of things we want to do today, but there's not going to be any monster job like last time. Last time was, to be honest, too much. I should have split that into 2 episodes. That took me a long time. Real time. I think 5 hours total real time. That's a bit too much, really. But can I not undo the sides? Why are my straps off? Okay. Yeah, so the first thing we want to do, I'm rambling already, is come to this pit where I have... Oh no! I did compact it, I promise. Where's my tractor gone? Where is he? Oh, I know where my tractor is. I know. I set everything up for this episode on purpose and forgot where I put it. So, the tractor is in here. There we go. We don't need to climb inside now. What we need to do is we need to customize him, because we can put what looks like narrow crop tires. So that's what we're going to do. And then we can still attach that. Cool. So lift him. And we can go and just... These tyres are pretty useless for compacting, but we can do it. It's only 99% after all. And then we can grab this sprayer and we can get into the cornfield. Now, we may also spread some digestate on the grass field that we cut last time, but I'm not sure. I haven't really decided. I have a list of jobs, but I've forgotten some of them, to be perfectly honest. Oh look, he now says 100%. So we should be able to blanket this. Cool. So that is not much, but that's going to be used to feed the cows, and the reason I wanted to blanket it now is because rather than waiting for the rather than waiting to fill it up more, I'm going to be filling that up with corn. Now, if we're going to be filling it up with corn, of course we need to also make space. Now, I've just spotted something. Is it just my eyes? Yeah, it was just my eyes. Okay, easy. So let's get this guy off the back. We are having to use a bit of super strength for this. Which way is which? It should be this way. Hook him up. Just a PTO, okay. And what should we do first? I think we'll do fertilizer first, and I think I will also put my phone on silent. That was a bad move from me, apologies. So yeah, fertilizer first. There we go. So yeah, not a large capacity on this guy, but good enough for that field, I think. And I did buy this sprayer, by the way, in case anybody wonders. It is ours. So, let's get started. We do have an automatic application, so I do not know how much he's going to want to apply. That is actually a really good size. For this field, this is the right size. I like it. Yeah, looks very good. And you can see in the little map down the bottom that we are changing to green. Of course, if I hooked up the sensor to the front of the tractor, we would be getting a more accurate measurement about how much fertilizer is missing. But I did not do that, and I don't think it's really necessary with such a small field. If we were growing something in the soybean field that wasn't soybeans, i.e. it needed some actual nitrogen, then I would probably do it. But we're not, so we're not bothering. But yeah, this is not going to take us too long. It's going to take us longer than I thought it would. There were two mods that I found that I was interested in. This one is an 8 meter with 300 litre capacity, and it cost 3,200, I believe. And the other one was a 12 meter capacity with a 500 litre tank, and I do not remember, I think it was 5,000. So I decided to save a bit of money and get the smaller one. In reality, we could have got the bigger one, but I think it's fine. So let's very quickly get this field sprayed off with fertilizer, and then we can move on to the herbicide.
Warm hands, but there's something cold in the way you are. The things you said had me going good, but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone. I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard, being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point of this? But I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street, said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I've said after this time that I'm out, that you leave me with this rush. Why am I so curious? So curious, so curious. So curious, so curious.
And there we go. So, again, fold back up. And of course we do now need to spray some herbicide, but I'm not going to do the whole thing on camera because you've just watched me spray the entire field. I don't think you need to watch me do the entire field again. But you can see here, this is weeds, but weeds that are not growing all across the field. They are growing in patches, and that I do like. That is very nice. Now, can we unload to that? No. That's annoying. Oh well. So, we can refill him with herbicide, and I'm going to go and put these into the shed, put them next to here. Perfect. And then I'll show you the herbicide spraying so you can see it, see the weeds vanishing, and then I will disappear and get it all done. And after that, we'll be moving on to something else. What I do not 100% know, but I will think about it, about what we should do next. So let's get in the field first. That's the important part of this exercise, being in the field. There we go. And this is what I was concerned about, the fact that I cannot see where I've been, but I can use my own tyre tracks to work it out, I guess. But yeah, there we go. The weeds are vanishing. Very nice. And the application, I think, is going to protect the remainder of the field from growing weeds. I hope so. I hope it counts as a protective layer, but I'm not certain. So I guess we'll find out if more weeds grow. We'll know that it didn't work. But yes, I will now continue and get this field done. Alright, the field is done, so we're going to put this guy away. I think we'll put him in this shed over here. Yeah, this will be a good place. I've actually started to forget where I've been storing my equipment, which could prove problematic in the future when I come to find it. I will have to have a little look around offline, work out where on earth I've been putting stuff. Right, so now we are going to go and change the tyres back. That's because we're not going to need to be in that field again until harvest time. So we do not need any row crop tyres. I'm almost certain there are no decent contracts for us to do. I'm definitely not doing another baling contract, even if it's small. I've enough baling for a lifetime, I think. And they're all baling plus one weeding job. I could do the weeding job, but if I lease their equipment, I'm only going to make £700 from it, and that is pretty poor. And I'm pressing the wrong button. So, put him back to what he was, which was these bad boys. Oh yeah. There we go. And attach that. We can lift it up. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go and sell the milk, because I've been keeping an eye on the price, and although the price is not at the best, you can have a look. I've got this awesome mod I found. So price at the moment $12.10. Maximum price is 1373. I think we're okay. We can cope. We've also got slurry, and I want to take the slurry over to the farm. Over to the biogas plant, because over there they will use it. We're doing this again. Oh, give me a sec. As I was saying, yeah, if we take the slurry over to the biogas plant, it will start processing. And we're not using slurry, we're actually using the digestate, so it doesn't really matter. We're not doing anything with it, it's just sitting here at the moment, doing nothing. Now the aim of selling things is I want a little bit more money so that we can buy a new tractor. Now we have enough money for some vehicles, but not much, which is why I would like more, basically. If I show you while that's filling, if we look in the small tractor category, we can already afford some of them. Things like the Izeki, we can afford the MF, but these don't have, they've got the same or lower horsepower than we have now. So that's kind of pointless. I think there's a few up here, things like the Fendt, the class would be great. Up to 145 starting, 205 final. This is what we've got the 185 horsepower version. But you can see things like the class, or the Vario, the class, 205,000. Sorry, 120,000, idiot. Now if we go to the medium category, we start getting bigger. And even if we look at some cheap ones, let me find. So if we go with the Kubota, the M7 series, that's lower spec than we have now, 118. To get higher spec would be 162 minimum. We've got this. Now this is very tempting. I did have a look. So if I look at the 7210, if I go up to the top spec, which is the 7250 Pro, that's 261, that's 138,000. Now I think if I change to the there we go, 143,000 to be able to get this as a 276 horsepower. These are quite expensive. So yeah, 7250 Pro, 142,500. Well worth it, but expensive. So we need more cash. Of course there's this Fiat, which I do love Fiats, but we've already got one. I'm not going to replace a Fiat with a Fiat, that's a stupid idea. So we need more money. Now that means we need to go and sell this. And where exactly are we selling it? I forgot to look before I took everything out. 1210 is highest, that's at County Stores. And County Stores is where? Please don't be... Okay, it's down there. It's not that bad, actually. It's just really annoying that we can't go down here. It's quite frustrating. Anyway, I will get over to that area. I'm not going to go real time with you because it's quite a long drive and this is not a very quick tractor. So I'll see you down at the sell point. Okay, I'm struggling to find the place, but it looks like I'm here. Just mount that curb completely. Is there a better way in here? Oh, there is. I came in the really awkward way. We're basically selling, this is County Stores, but we're basically selling at a petrol station. I like that. That's quite neat. But anyway, I'm rambling a little. Let's sell. We should make a pretty decent amount from this. Around 10k, I think, is what was predicted. And 10k is good. Still need more, but we've got those bales in the field. We've also got more milk. Milk is being produced all the time. And we've got digestate as well, which I think we can actually sell the digestate. Let's have a quick look. We can sell it for 56, which means at the moment it's worth 1236. It's not worth very much per litre. Neither is slurry, which is why it makes more sense to put slurry into the biogas plant. Right. I'm now going to go back. I'm going to drop off this milk trailer and pick up the slurry tanker. So I'll see you when I've got the slurry tanker. I've got the tanker and we're just heading back to the farm. I thought, do this bit on camera so we can take a look at how the fields are doing. The grass field is actually ready to be cut, but I don't want to do it just yet because we've only recently done grass, so I don't think you guys want to see me do it again. And once we're out of this tree, I can show you. Yeah, look at this. The soybeans are looking very good. Now I don't see any, I was about to say I don't see any weeds, and then there we go. There's the first weed. Yeah, so I think this field is probably more suited to an actual weeder. We can get weeders fairly cheap, it's just, do I want one? I mean, we have this guy. We probably couldn't pull him, he's a bit too big I think, but that's... Really? There's only 12 meters? And this is 15? No, that can't be right. Really? Wow, okay. So that's a 15-meter weeder. Interesting. But yeah, we could lease something and do this. This tractor does have the power to pull a weeder. But I think... Oh, I don't know. If we do that, it'll be a job for next episode, I think. It's not going to be a job for this one. Which means I just have to really hope the weeds don't grow up. Because if they get too big, then yeah, we have a problem. And I should not have seeded this close to the edge. The pathway is now not big enough to drive a tractor down. And that is not good. That was not part of the plan, really. Yeah. Bad idea. Right. Let's go and get some slurry. Here we are then, and 9469. So I should, I think, be able to pull in, there we go, just by here, and we now have slurry going in. You can see it emptying, and you can also see it filling up in the biogas plant. Perfect. So that's now going to give us an extra little bit of income, because we're going to have the silage processing, sorry, the slurry processing as well. If we put grass silage in at the same time, we will even have an extra, but I don't think the grass silage bales are ready. We can check that out actually, because I have some here. They're still counting as grass fresh, only 41% fermented, so not ready just yet. Right, let's switch off the engine on here. And I need to get this guy, and I'm now going to head down to the greenhouse. Actually, you know what? I'm going to teleport to the greenhouse, because as much as I try to be realistic, sometimes I just give up on it. So, may as well just do this. Because what we're going to do, these say they're too heavy, 400 kilos. That's fine. That is heavy. But I have yet to find myself a mod for like a pallet truck, but we know Lower Cross Indoor Market is the place where we always sell them, so I can just bring them here by hand, or at least I could, but he doesn't like being on the ground, so I have to keep him held up. Okay, so yeah, we can just sell our tomatoes. Why not? We could store the tomatoes, keep them until we're ready, But I think the point of having fresh produce all year round grown in a greenhouse is that you sell it and use it when it's ready, not that you keep it. Shropshire Council, very nice. Yeah, if you were to keep your tomatoes all year, after they were ripened on the plant, and then sell them, what you'd actually be selling is rot. So, I'm not really convinced by that idea of keeping them and selling them. It's not like certain crops where you can dry them, keep them in a silo, and they'll still be fine. You know, this is fresh tomatoes. Beautiful. Look at them. Look at those flat 2D tomatoes. They look delicious. Leave them a couple of months, outside especially, and do you know what would happen? They'd be black and ruddy and yeah. So we're better off selling them as we've got them. There we go. So that's 436 for a crate. And let's be honest, I am putting absolutely zero effort into this. All I did was give them some water at the very beginning, and that's it. Since then, I've done nothing apart from collect produce from them. It is the easiest thing in the world. And I do gardening. I grow vegetables and fruit, and you know what? It's really not that easy. But I'm sure nothing that is easy in FS is easy in real life. Let's be honest. So come on, little guy. Last bit. There we go. So we'll get the last one, and then that will be us done. I think we will call it there. This may end up being a shorter episode. I'm not quite sure how I'm doing with time, actually. So this may end up being a little bit short, but we've had a few long episodes recently, so I'm not feeling guilty. But yeah, let's see. Get this sold. And then as soon as we finish this episode, I'm actually going to go and edit and render and upload this so that I can make sure I have videos out on time. Because 2 weeks in a row I've been bad and I've had just one episode because I've been distracted or haven't had time to do the other one. So this one I've got to make sure. Come on, almost there. There we go. So we're finishing on 94166. That is pretty good. And I just want to have a quick check of the cows because I haven't been looking at them recently. That's not our cows, these are. So they do need... We need to give them some fresh grass because that will then top up their power food. But they have enough base and moisture for now. They could do with some more. And they're almost ready to reproduce. They're doing pretty well on that front. So, anyway, from here, the back of a store in a loading depot. Thank you very, very much for watching, everyone. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.